Hi everyone, it's Mike.
And Ravin.
And we're about to do the next mission for Marvel Zombies X-Men Resistance, the zombie mode.
Yeah, it's called Kelly's Keycard.
Okay.
Breaking into Xavier's Institute was the easy part, but it looks like most of the tasty morsels managed to escape down to the lower levels. It seems they didn't account for Senator Kelly, though. He managed to gain possession of an access card. Unfortunately, he hid himself away inside the dorms, but I bet we can find a way inside to thank him personally. So the objectives are accomplish these objectives in order. So we have to take the green objective.
Okay.
Then devour Senator Kelly and escape via the exit with all zombie heroes. And then the usual, anybody can leave through this zone for free at the end of their turn as long as there's no enemies in it. So the exit is right where we're standing now.
And then there's a green objective mixed up with the 4 ones on the bottom floor.
Yeah.
And then Kelly is the dorms that have the closed doors. So there's 2 on that tile. That one's not one that has the one right there, but there's those 2 there. And those 2 dorm rooms there. Kelly's in one of those rooms, randomized.
Yes.
And then when we go up to the top floor, there's some other rules too you want to put too for this other ones?
Yes. Missing the elevator is inactive until the green objective is taken.
Okay, so it's...
And each red objective gives 5 XP to the zombie hero who takes it. And the green objective gives 5 XP to all zombie heroes who take it. And when the elevator is called for the first time, draw a spawn card inside the elevator. And the first time a zombie hero enters either tile 16V or 18V.
The 2's at the end. Okay.
Roll a die. On a 3+, spawn 1 guard in each highlighted zone on that tile.
And then those ones are the other dorm rooms on the map. They show you too?
Yeah.
So those highlighted rooms there, we would put guards in too?
Yeah. And Senator Kelly gives 5 XP to all zombie heroes when devoured.
Okay. And once we devour them, we got to make it way back down the elevator to the exit.
Yes.
Okay. So we got to find stuff twice basically and come down to the exit?
Yeah, and this mission says it's hard. So
how long does it say this one is too?
90 minutes.
So it's usually, we're pretty close, usually a half an hour more. So
we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so then you're going to go first this time? Because Rogue has that, we don't know if we'll use Rogue first, but Rogue has that blue ability that she can open a door for free on her turn?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get ready for the first turn.
So I'm going to activate Colossus first. His hunger goes up to 1. And his blue ability is once during each enemy phase, you may ignore 1 wound you would receive.
Cool.
But it says the enemy phase, so I have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So the first thing he's going to do is open this window.
Because we can break them open for action?
Yeah.
Okay.
That goes there. So that was his first activation.
Okay.
Second.
We got to now, you open the door or the window, so now you activate that zones in there, right?
Right.
So there's a spawn point. Those doors are separated. And there's a window there. There's just 1 spawn point in this side that we can go to. And then the bystander. Is there a special rule for when the bystanders are revealed too? Do we have to go into their zone?
Let me double check.
So the recent ones we've played, the bystanders are revealed when you go into their zone. This one's not. So soon we'll spawn, then we'll do the bystander.
Right.
So there's 1 spawn there.
Extra activation all guards.
Okay.
Which is...
No one's on the map.
Yep.
And like we've played in the other mission before, if you haven't seen it, that the top floor isn't activated until there's at least 1 zombie hero up there.
Right.
So none of those spawn zones are going to go off or anything yet.
Right.
But if we have 1 up there and 1 down here, they're both going to be activated.
Right.
If there's stairs, those are stairs in this one, but we're just going up by the elevator. It's a different type it's just a different floor. Both floors are activated, I think, when there's stairs involved.
Okay.
Okay. So is he? And now the bystander. I was going to say, that's not Kelly already. He's supposed to be in the dorm room. Okay.
No, Boulevard Trask. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to allow 1 other zombie hero within range 2 to perform 1 action, then resume your turn.
Cool. So I'll grab him.
For a second activation, Colossus is going to come in the window. And then for his third, he's going to devour Trask.
Okay, this one we have to roll. Remember another listen recently you got to do it for free. This one you have to roll, right?
Yes.
4+.
So 1 for the hunger, 1 for devour. Let's get a 4. Cool.
Okay. And hunger goes down to 0. And you can give somebody, if you spend a hunger, is it?
You may increase hunger to allow one other zombie hero within range 2 to perform 1 action. Then resume your turn.
Oh, we got to remember that too. We've been calling them activations.
Yeah.
They're actions when they do something. We used to play in other games. When we pick them, we call it an activate. But when they're doing their actions, they have 3 actions or 4 actions when they're in yellow.
Yes.
So we'll try to remember to call them actions.
Yes.
Okay.
And Colossus is done now.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Rogue now. Her hunger goes up to 1. Her blue ability is called Undead Strength. All enemies suffer -1 toughness against your attacks. Once during your turn, you may perform 1 free open door action.
That would be an interesting.
And the -1 toughness to a minimum of 1.
We haven't stacked the deck making a team that way. Having everybody -1, you could have a whole team of people that can lower them down to toughness.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
There's Jessica Jones, Hulk, her. There's a few other ones I forget.
Yeah. So, for her first activation, she's going to...
Action.
Ugh, we did it again. For her first action, she's going to open this window.
So that spawns in that zone?
Yep.
Nope. Oh, okay. Which superhero's showing up?
Mantis.
I don't think she's showing up yet, has she?
Yeah. No, I don't think so either. Zombie heroes within range 1 are considered ravenous at hunger 3.
Oh, that's not good.
No. So for her second action, she's going to come in here with Mantis. And she's going to use the free open door for her blue ability to open this door. And then for her last action, she's going to attack Mantis.
So how many dice does she get?
2 for mighty punches, 1 for her hunger.
And Mantis is -1 toughness because of your blue ability too, right?
Yeah, so
Nice.
now she hits on...
She doesn't hit,
She hits on 3s, but she's down to 2 toughness. Hits on 3s.
Hunger goes up, but you get her.
Yep.
Nice.
And because her toughness was lowered, Rogue only gets 2 XP.
Yeah, because that's how much toughness she was when you beat her.
Yeah. So that's Rogue's last action.
Okay.
And now Nightcrawler. So Nightcrawler's hunger goes up to 1. He's going to go in here with Rogue for 1 action. Over here for 2 actions. And then he's going to pick up this objective for his
Let's see
third
if I
action.
get the camera. Yeah. Is it green? No, it's not green.
Boom.
So he gets 5 XP then.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention earlier, his blue ability, once during your turn, you may increase hunger to move to any zone on the board containing a zombie hero.
So that was like the live version when we used them in the Doctor Doom mission, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. If someone's on the bottom floor and someone's on the top, it's anywhere on the map, so you can teleport.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully can be useful. So he's done.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do my team.
Yep.
So I'm gonna activate Beast. Hunger goes up to 1.
All right.
His blue ability is once during your turn, so anytime during your turn, you or another zombie hero within range 2 may draw a zombie trait. It's like the genius one that Dr. Ock and the blue.
Oh, cool. Okay.
The normal Beast has.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend an activation to go into where Rogue is. Activation action. So yeah, that's 1 action. His blue ability, I'm going to give himself a zombie trait.
Okay. Resist hunger. Discard during your turn. Decrease hunger by 1.
Cool. For a second action, I'm going to open that door. And then we'll spawn in there. So we'll do the far one first. Guide rush 1. Okay. And then for the next one, right by the door, I'll specialist activate. There's none on there. Okay. And then we'll reveal the bystander too, because we already know what's going there. Who's that? Oh, we just painted her up.
Amanda Sefton?
Sefton, okay.
Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to perform 1 move action, ignoring enemies.
Cool. So we'll grab those.
And she's a fighting one.
Cool. So for his third action, he's going to go into the zone next to the guard and Swifton. And he's done. So I'm going to activate Mystique. Hunger goes to 1. Her first action, she's going to move here. For her second action, she's going to go to where Beast is. And see its range, 0 to 1, so I'm going to attack that zone with the guard.
Okay.
So it's 3 dice, plus 1 goes to Hunger, hitting on 4s. I need a 2. Oh, nice. And we don't get Swifton because she's a bystander.
Right.
And that's Mystique. And her blue ability is once at the end of your turn, if there's no enemies in your zone, you may increase Hunger to have all enemies ignore you during the enemy phase.
Cool.
So, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to choose Cyclops now, so his Hunger goes up to 1. For 2 actions, he's going to go where Mystique and Beast are.
2.
And for his final action, I'm going to draw a zombie trait.
Lunge. Discard during your turn, increase Hunger, move up to 1 zone, ignoring enemies, and perform 1 free devour attack. Hey!
His turn's already done, though. He has other
boo-boo.
actions, right?
Okay.
Okay. Because that's how we've been playing it, right? When you're out of actions, you can't use your free action because you've done them. So that's both our teams, and then we'll do... I guess Swifton's the only one moving then, because he's combat, she's going to move towards us, not towards an exit.
Okay.
Which is basically the same direction, because she can't go anywhere else anyway.
Yeah.
So Swifton moved up, and then we're going to do spawning.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, which these usually apply with 5 to 6 zombie heroes. The green and blue spawn points are only used in games with 5 or 6 zombie heroes. They are active from the start of the game.
Okay, so that one's active, and then that one's active, but we're not up there, so we're not going to spawn from up in that building.
Right.
So from all the spawns are right here, so 1, 2, and then the green. So let's do number 1. No one's in yellow yet.
Nope.
So 4 walkers, troopers. We'll do the next red. 1 specialist, and then the green. Guard rush 1. Okay, so we'll grab them, and it will be my turn. So because the green spawn's right next to the 1, we're doing 1, 2, and there. So the specialist would have went on that spot, and then the guard would have went there and then rushed forward. So I'm going to pick Mystique. Her Hunger goes up to 2 now. And for her first action, I'm going to try to devour Swifton.
Okay.
So 2 dice for Hunger, 1 for devour, hitting on force. Got her. So Hunger goes down to 0. So I don't open those doors because I don't want those guys to be able to come into the building.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Swifton's new ability I just got to spend. Once during your turn, you may increase Hunger to perform 1 move action, ignoring enemies. So I'll spend Hunger, so I'm at 1, and I'll move into the next zone. For her second action, I'm going to pick up that objective. Ah, nice. That's a green one. So everybody gets 5 XP right now.
Cool.
So you got Rogue and Nightcrawler in yellow already.
Yep.
Mystique has 1 more action. I can call down the elevator and we do a spawn point in it. We have the green objective now, so we don't even have to go, unless we're trying to get some more XP, we don't even have to go get that bystander, they say.
Right.
Or get the other objectives.
Yeah, because Kelly is for sure upstairs.
Yes, you have to, when I randomize him, he's in one of the 4 closed dorm rooms.
Okay.
And they don't say to take out the rescued ones, so those could be one of the rescued cards where we spawn in that zone too.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't have to go all the way over to...
Okay. So I'll spend her last action to call down the elevator. So we'll spawn in the elevator.
2 troopers.
Okay. That could have been,
sorry, no, we're in yellow. 4 troopers.
That could have been, I didn't even realize that. That would have been bad. Because if we spawned in it, the elevator gets called down. If there was an extra activation, they would have moved into her zone.
Yep.
That would have been bad.
Didn't think about that.
Okay, that was lucky. But 4 troopers will be in the elevator next to her. So elevator's down. The door's open when this comes down, so we can't go off the board the other one, but when we go up, we'll have 2 choices to go on either side.
Yeah.
And you would spawn as soon as you go in that zone. So there is a spawn over there by the bed and the vending machine.
Okay.
So we go up. Okay, so Mystique is done. I'll get the other members of my team. So I'm going to choose Cyclops. His hunger goes up to 2.
Okay.
He'll spend 1 action to move to where Mystique is. He'll spend another action to do Optic Blast. I'm not going to focus shot at his blue ability. When attacking with Optic Blast, you may increase hunger to gain +1 range and ignore target priority.
Oh, nice.
I'm just going to attack normally. So it's 2 for hunger and 2 for Optic Blast.
Okay.
Hitting on freeze.
Cool.
Got 3 of them and hunger goes up by 1. For his third action, he's going to go into the elevator. And for his fourth action, I'm going to try to devour that trooper.
Cool.
So it's 3 dice because of hunger and 1 because of devour. Hitting on 4s. I don't want to use my lunge card yet because I'm not going to go up or do anything else anyway. So
Well,
I'm going to save it.
Might need it for Kelly too. It might be useful, right?
Yeah, so hitting on 4s. Got it. So hunger goes down to 0. I'm going to activate Beast now. His hunger is at 2.
Okay.
I'm going to do his blue ability to give Mystique a zombie trait. Mystique get.
Undead Rage. Discard and increase hunger by any amount when enemies enter your zone. Immediately perform 1 free attack targeting your zone.
Nice. So I'll give that to Mystique. So I just used his 2 actions to go in the elevator with Cyclops and then forego his last action.
Okay.
So my team's done. So it's over to you.
So I'm going to activate Nightcrawler. His hunger goes up to 2. Now that he's in yellow, he has 4 activations. So he's going to go... Actions, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in here. So that's him. Next, I'm going to activate Rogue. She's going to go 1, 2, 3 with the group. And then she'll get a zombie trait.
Yeah, because we want to get everybody in there before we go up. That way we won't have 2 different spawns on each floor going.
Yes.
Okay, you're getting the zombie trait?
Yes. Insatiable. Discard after attacking and increase hunger. Re-roll any dice. Cool. So she's done. So it's Colossus' turn now. He's going to go 1, 2, and because he's still only in blue, 3.
Okay, then the guard will go through. Oh, did we open that window?
We did.
Okay, so the guard can get you.
Yep, that's okay.
Oh, and trash too. What does trash do?
Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to allow one other zombie hero within range 2 to perform 1 action, then resume your turn. And Colossus' hunger would have gone up to 1 at the beginning of his turn.
Okay. Everyone else, your hunger went up for everybody else you did too?
Yep, they did.
And you have no more actions left, so you can't do trash get to give.
No.
And you can't see Mystique anyway because it's the 2 zones in?
Yes.
Okay. So that's everybody on your team?
Yep.
So you'll go first next turn?
Yes.
And we'll move everybody up. So guard moved in next to Colossus.
Yep.
Moved up, and we'll do spawning. From number 1 and the green one. So let's do number 1 first. Sidearm. Oh. Is there anyone next to us?
No.
Lucky we got those troopers that came down.
Yeah, and we didn't... Well, they couldn't shoot in the door anyway.
No, but when the 4 troopers over in the elevator could have shot at us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's okay. So from the green, we are in yellow, so 3 guards will go there. And then the red next to it, escorted bystander. 2, and then which bystander is going to be with them?
No, it's this one. Vanessa Fisk. When you devour her, do not reduce hunger. During your turn, you may discard this card to reduce hunger to 0.
Yep, she's come up a couple of times.
Yep.
So we'll grab her too. There's spawn. Fisk is escorted, so we have that marker there, so you can see.
Yeah.
So she's going to follow the guards too. And it will be your turn.
So Colossus is going to go now. His hunger goes up to 2. And he's going to try to devour that guard that he's in the zone with.
Okay.
So 2 dice for hunger, 1 dice for devour, hits on 4s. No.
You needed 2. No.
Yep.
Okay.
Didn't get any hunger though, so that's good.
Do you want to try to attack him normally? How much dice do you get for...
I get 2 dice for pummeling fists, and then it would be 2 dice for hunger, and it hits on 3s.
Okay, you want to try doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Got him, but your hunger goes up.
So his last thing, he's going to go here. Rogue will go next. She'll use one of her actions. I have to use an action to make the elevator go up, right?
It's a free action to call the elevator down.
Yeah.
It's an action to bring the elevator up or down.
Okay.
To call the elevator is for free.
All right. So she's going to use one action to send the elevator back up.
So now that you brought it up there, it triggers that zone. So we'll do the spawn and then the bystander.
Okay.
So spawn. We are in yellow, 5 troopers. And then what bystander is that one?
Shanna.
She's come up a bit. Fighting one.
When performing a melee attack, you may increase hunger to have all enemies suffer -1 toughness to a minimum of 1.
That'd be good with Rogue. You can -2 to people.
Yeah. So Rogue is going to move into the zone with Shanna.
That's your second action?
So is this one where is this one big zone, or is it?
Oh, it's going to take 2 to go out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because you have to spend 1 to go out into that zone and another 1 to go where Shanna is.
Yes.
Okay, so you only have 1 action left?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have my free open door.
Okay, so you're going to open the door then?
Yeah. I'm going to open this door.
And there's no spawns out there, so that's okay?
Yeah.
And you have 1 activation left?
Yeah.
1 action. What's your card, too?
Discard after attacking and increase hunger, re-roll any dice.
Okay.
I'm going to try to devour Shanna. So 3 dice for hunger, 1 dice for devour, hits on 4s.
Nice. You got her. Hunger goes down to 0, but then you're right on that spawner, so you have to be careful.
Yeah. So it's Nightcrawler's time to go. His hunger goes up to 3. He's going to move 2 into the zone with the troopers. 1, 2. Then he's going to try to devour a trooper. So 3 dice for hunger, 1 dice for devour, hits on 4s.
And you got 1. Nice.
So I'm going to increase Nightcrawler's hunger back to 1 to use his blue ability, and he's going to teleport where Rogue is. And for his last activation, he's going to get a zombie trait. Discard during your turn, decrease hunger by 1.
Resist hunger. Cool.
Yeah.
So Cyclops is going to go.
Okay.
Hunger's up to 1. I'm going to spend 1 action to go out of the elevator into the zone where the vending machines and book are up there. I'm going to spend another action to attack the zone where those troopers are.
Okay.
I'm not going to use this blue ability. I don't need to increase range or anything. So it's 2 dice for Optic Blast, 1 for Hunger. Hits on 3s. Hunger goes up, but I get 2. For his third action, I'm going to attack that zone again. This time I get 4 dice, because 2 for Hunger, 2 for Optic Blast.
Okay.
Hits on 3s. Got him. For his last action, he's going to go into the zone with Rogue and Nightcrawler. So Cyclops is done?
Yep.
I'm going to do Beast now, so his hunger is at 3 now. He's going to spend 2 actions to go into the zone where everyone else is. We haven't gone into that. If I remember the rule, as soon as we go into one of those tiles, we got to spawn. We roll a dice and see if guards show up.
Yes. Because is that its own separate
room? Yeah.
Okay.
We are next to a door there too with a bystander there. So I've done 2 things. I'm going to use his blue ability and give himself a zombie trait.
Okay. Lunge. Discard during your turn and increase hunger. Move up to one zone, ignoring enemies. Then perform one free devour attack.
We got those. Cyclops has that too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have one action left. I'm going to do it to open the door. I want to see who that bystander is. And then who is that?
Striker.
Oh, okay.
Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystanders and zombie heroes from that zone into your zone.
It's taunt kind of.
Cool.
So I have no more. I can't do lunge because I have no more actions left. But I'm going to activate Mystique now. Mystique's hunger goes up to 2. I'm going to use a free action to bring down the elevator because it comes down for free.
Okay.
I'm going to go in the elevator for her first action. For her second action, I'm going to get a zombie tray.
Quick Bite. Discard during your turn. Perform one free devour attack.
Okay. Nice. For her last action, she'll bring the elevator upstairs.
Okay.
So she has no more actions left. But for her blue ability, at the end of your turn, if there are no enemies in your zone, you may increase hunger to have all enemies ignore you during the enemy phase.
Cool.
Those guys would take 2. Even runners would run in there for 2. I think she's okay. If there is only one zone apart, not 2, I might have done it.
Okay.
But they'd have to spend 2 activations to get to her. So
right.
2 actions. So she's good. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
And she's done. So we'll move everybody up, and then it'll be spawning. So everything moved up. And because we have somebody on the bottom floor and on the top, we have to activate both.
Okay.
So we have to start at 1, though, because that's number 1, because we don't start up there because the number 1's down here.
Right.
So that doesn't happen hardly ever.
No.
So number 1, no one's in orange, but we are in yellow. So
4 troopers.
okay. The green.
We don't have any superheroes on the board.
Yep.
No.
We have zombie heroes, but not any. Okay. Then the red.
Guard rush.
Okay. So we'll do that one first, and then we'll go up to the top floor.
Yeah.
We'll do the bedroom first. So red and then the blue. So red.
Specialist airdrop.
Oh, that's bad.
If drawn during the enemy phase instead of spawning as usual, for each zombie hero, spawn 1 specialist in their zone.
That's going to be annoying. Okay. Then we'll do blue.
Trooper rush.
Okay.
5.
So they'll go towards Mystique in the
Zone with the vending machines, right?
Yep, not in their zone, so she's okay still. And then the one next to us, more specialists. Okay, so a bunch of specialists. We'll put them on the board, and then it will be my turn. So that's the spawning up there. There's a lot we got to do with the specialists, you said?
Yeah.
But somebody entered Mystique's zone, so I'm going to do Undead Raids. Discard and increase hunger by any amount. When enemies enter your zone, immediately perform 1 free attack. I'm going to do that. So my hunger goes up. I'm at 3 now. And I'm going to do a Devour because I don't want to get Ravenous. So I'll try to Devour that card. Specialist. So 4 dice hitting on a 4. Got him. So hunger goes down to 0. Mystique's in yellow now. And she can actually go out. The elevator opens on both sides, so I can actually go out to where that trash can is on the other side too.
Yeah.
So it will be the start of my team. So I'm going to activate Beast. Hunger goes up, so he's Ravenous now at 4. I'm going to try to Devour in that zone. So 5 dice. And I need a 4. Got 1. So there's only specialists there, so we took 1 off.
Yep.
So I'm going to do Colossus Swipe now, so it's 2 dice hitting on a 3. 2 more specialists done. I'm going to Colossus Swipe in that zone again for his 3rd action.
Okay.
So 2 dice hitting on 3s. Nope. For his blue ability, I'm going to give Cyclops a zombie trait.
Okay. Taunt. Discard during your turn, select 1 zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move towards your zone.
Cool. So I'm going to discard Lunge to move to where the troopers are.
Okay.
Discard during your turn and increase hunger, so his hunger's at 1 now. Move up to 1 zone, ignoring enemies, then perform 1 free Devour attack.
Cool.
I want to get off that spawner.
Yeah.
And I do 1 free devour attack, so 2 dice, hitting on a 4. Nice, got it. So hunger goes down to 0, and we got a trooper. So I'm going to do claw swipe again, 2 dice, hitting on a 3. Nice, got 2. So Cyclops is going to go.
Okay.
Hunger's up to 3 now. I am going to do... I'm not going to taunt, not going to lunge. He's just going to attack normally in that zone.
Okay.
So 3 dice because hunger, 2 because optic blast. So 5 dice, hitting on a 3. No hunger, nice. And I get 4 of them.
Cool.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Nice. So I'm going to use Cyclops' lunge and discard during your turn, increase hunger. So I am... Ooh, does it make... Discard during your turn, increase hunger. Move up to 1 zone, ignoring enemies, then perform 1 free devour attack. So when I did it, I wasn't ravenous. I increased hunger. Now I'm ravenous, but I still do the lunge.
Yes.
I wasn't ravenous before, so I couldn't do it.
Right.
So now I'll move into the zone where Beast is, which the trooper is.
Okay.
And I'll do a free devour attack. So 5 dice, and I need a 4. And this is a free devour attack. Got 1. For a second action, I'm going to do optic blast in that zone and try to get that trooper.
Okay.
So 2 dice hitting on a 3. Got it. So Cyclops is already at 18. I don't want to get into the orange this fast because Beast is catching up, but people are a little behind.
Yeah.
But he's done 2 things so far. For his third action, I'm going to go in the elevator with Mystique. For his fourth action, I'm going to bring the elevator downstairs. I want to try to save Colossus because he's trapped down there a little bit. So it's Mystique's go. Hunger goes up, so she is ravenous now.
Okay.
She's going to spend 2 actions to go to the zone where Colossus is.
2.
I'm going to do quick bite. Discard during your turn. Perform 1 free devour attack. So 5 dice hitting on a 4 for devour. Got him. I only get to kill 1 with devour though. For her third action, she's going to attack that specialist with adaptive weapons. 3 dice hitting on a 4. Hunger goes up by 2, but got that specialist. So I only have 1 action left, but I have Amanda Swift in. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to perform 1 move action ignoring enemies. So her hunger is now at 3 because it goes up, and I'm going to do a free move action to there. And for her last action, she's going to go into the elevator.
Awesome.
Mystique's done. And I'm not going to do her blue ability so people ignore me because I don't want to be ravenous if I do that.
Right.
And that's my team.
So I'm going to activate Colossus. His hunger goes up to 4, so he is now ravenous. He's going to move 1, 2.
Oh, you know what's... Can you bring the elevator up when you're ravenous? That's another thing that doesn't come up often. I got to check that. So we checked. There's nothing in the X-Men Resistance book about zombie mode or ravenous because I was checking the elevator and it's talking about superheroes. Nothing about if you're ravenous, you can bring the elevator up.
Right.
But when you check the other rule book, when you're ravenous, you can't even open doors or get traits or get objectives.
Yeah,
all you can move is move and devour.
That's it.
And we are technically moving in the elevator, but we're doing the action to bring the
elevator.
So we'll say we can't bring the elevator up.
Okay.
I don't know if that's been FAQ'd or not, or errata or whatever, but
right.
You have 2 more actions with Colossus, so we'll just forego those because you can't do anything else.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
We tried to rescue him, but forgot about Ravenous.
Yeah, thank you for trying. So, and at the end of his turn, because he's ravenous, he takes a...
Oh, okay, well, that's kind of going back. Were you free up to move? Did you have to kill somebody to get over here?
No, you killed...
Okay, so if we knew that, we should have left you one so you could have ate it, and then...
Yeah.
We could have done, but now we know next time?
Yep.
Okay.
So at the end of his turn, because he's ravenous, he takes a wound.
Okay.
So he's down at 4. So I'm going to activate Nightcrawler. His hunger goes up to 2. And he's going to try to devour Stryker.
Okay.
So 2 dice for his hunger, 1 dice for devour. Hits on 4s. Hits on 4s.
Got him. So hunger's at 0, and you get Striker.
Striker, once during your turn, you may increase hunger to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystanders and zombie heroes from that zone into your zone.
Cool.
So now Nightcrawler is going to use his blue ability. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to move to any zone on the board containing a zombie hero. So he's going to put his hunger back up to 1, and then he's going to teleport.
So this is where, this is getting technical. Any zone on the board. You are on the top board, there's a bottom board. It doesn't say map, it says board. Yep. So could you teleport to the bottom floor? If you think about Nightcrawler's ability logically, Nightcrawler can teleport where he wants. He's been to that location before. I think he can teleport
and
there.
There's zombies there, zombie heroes there, so
yeah,
he's
so
teleport.
If you really wanted to be a rule about rules about it, you could have rolled it off, but we're going to say he can teleport there.
Yeah.
We'll call the both boards as one board separated
board.
into.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for his next action, he's going to send the elevator.
And you increase your hunger for teleporting, right? And you can only do that once a turn, right? It's like the...
Yes, once a turn.
Yeah, so it's like the hero version. So we did rescue Colossus. We just want to pull it a different way.
There we go. So he has 2 more actions left.
And you still have Rogue to go, right?
Yes.
What's Striker do again?
Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystander and zombie hero from that zone into your zone.
Can you call Beast into your zone? That way he's not in that zone in between 2 spawners and he'll be in the elevator zone?
Yeah. So I'll increase my hunger again to 2. And I will move Beast into the elevator with the rest of us.
Thank you. You have 2 more activations now.
I do. So, which direction do we think we want to go in?
It's up to you. This door is open. So if you go that way, the spawners are going to follow you out that way. If they spawn and get a double activation or spawn and rush,
okay,
they can go there. If you go this way, you're free because we didn't open those doors yet, so they can't get out that way. So maybe going
over there and then waiting till next turn to open the doors.
Yes.
So.
And then we don't do that thing about rolling for the guards yet until we go into that board tile.
Right.
Okay.
So Nightcrawler's going to do that. He's going to use his last 2 actions to go. 1, because there is a door there.
Yeah.
2, over here.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Rogue now. She's going to move 1, 2, 3. She's going to use her blue ability to open this door for free.
Nice. There's only 1 spawn in there, and we don't activate the guards until we go onto the tile.
Right.
So we'll just spawn for that spawn there.
Yeah.
I'm checking the trees in the way. Nope, nothing else in the way. So there's only that 1 spawn there. Of course, it's a superhero.
Doesn't surprise me.
Okay, so who's in there?
Who it is.
We got a couple new ones. Don't see
Invisible
newer.
Woman. Her zone cannot be targeted by attacks from zombie heroes outside her zone.
Oh, so you have to fight her in melee.
Yeah.
That's your whole team. We realize that.
Yeah.
I got ranged, but.
So Invisible Woman is totally melee.
Okay, and she's in that zone. She showed up, and then you have 1 more activation.
I'm going to pull a zombie tree.
You're not going to go on the building on that tile yet?
No, I'm going to wait.
Okay.
Partially, too, because Invisible Woman's going to move.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't want to. Okay. So, zombie tree. Lunge.
Keep getting lunge. You can charge and devour, right?
Yep. Describe during your turn, increase hunger, move up to 1 zone, ignoring enemies, and perform 1 free devour attack.
Okay.
So, that's Rogue. And Rogue is done.
That's everybody?
Yep.
So you go first next turn, but we'll do the moving. So, these don't activate now because we're not in that zone. That's going to be a pain. Once we go down there, then they activate. So they don't disappear. They stay there. So it's going to affect if we do double activations because there's guards down there, right?
Right.
Nobody's up here except for Invisible Woman. So she'll move 2 zones towards us.
So 1, 2.
So she's in our zone.
Yep.
And then we'll only spawn from the top zone. So any revealed bystander is taken off the board if you're not down there.
Right.
So that card isn't revealed, so it's not taken off the map.
Right.
And escorted bystanders are different because they're not cards that are revealed, so we won't get rid of...
Fisk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be weird. She just disappears after getting escorted.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but they won't activate. We'll do the spawning up there. So, from the red and the blue spawn.
Red? Ooh.
We are in... No, I'm just in... Cyclops is almost in orange, so yellow.
8.
Okay. Rush, so they will go out into the zone. Oh, no, you didn't open that door, so they'll go towards the elevator.
Yeah.
Lucky you didn't open that door.
Yeah. So, the blue now?
Yep.
3 specialists.
From the red spotter.
3 more specialists.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So that's everyone spawning and moving in, so we're getting crowded up there.
Yeah.
And those didn't activate, so that's going to be waiting for us when we go down.
Yeah.
And it'll be your turn.
I'm going to activate Rogue. Her hunger goes up to 1. And I'm going to increase her hunger again to use Shanna's ability.
What does that do?
Which is, when performing a melee attack, you may increase hunger to have all enemies suffer -1 toughness.
Oh, so Invisible Woman's going to be -1?
Yes, so then she'd be down to 3. But with Rogue's blue ability, all enemies suffer -1 toughness to a minimum 1 against your attacks, and then once during your turn you may perform a free Dora. But
cool.
It gets Invisible Woman down to 2 toughness.
Nice. And how you're going to attack then? I
am. So 2 for Mighty Punches and 2 for Hunger.
What does she
and
hit
it
on?
hits on 3s.
Nice. So you only need 2 then. And you only get 2 XP though, because he's at toughness 2.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, no hunger. Oh, nice. You would have hit all of them anyway.
Beauty.
Cool. So you get 2 XP. She's in yellow, right?
Yes, she is.
Cool. And Invisible Woman's was you could only attack her in melee, basically, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For Rogue's second action, she's going to move in here.
And that's going to trigger the zones that we have to check for guards, right?
Yes.
So let's roll a dice on the 3+. It's for the entire zone, not each one. 1, so nothing shows up.
Awesome.
Because they would have showed up in some of the open dorm rooms, right?
Yes.
But we have to do the same thing once we hit on that side if we have to go over there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're good. So you have 2 more actions?
Yeah. So she's going to go here and then use the part of her blue ability that's a free door opening to open this door.
Okay, do you want to see who's in that room?
Gwen Stacy.
Ah, not Kelly. Okay. She's not a fighting. What does she do?
Each time you draw a zombie trait, increase or decrease your hunger by 1.
Cool. You have 1 more action?
Yeah.
That's all one hallway.
It is all one hallway, right?
Yeah. You can open that other door if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. So for her last action, we're going to open this door. Let's see who it is. Ah!
What's that do?
Instead of spawning a bystander, draw a spawn card for this zone.
Okay. Extra activation.
Oh,
troopers. No. Okay, so they're going to move into our zone. And the ones on the ground floor don't go because we're not in the floor.
Right.
So we'll move all the normal troopers forward. So those troopers moved up, so we're all stacked in the elevator?
Yeah.
Could have been the worst. Sidearm would have been bad.
Sidearm would have been really bad. How many, are there 2 sidearm cards or just 1?
I think there's 2.
Okay.
2 extra activation for each type, and then 2 of each of the special ones like sidearm, airdrop, and then I forget what the guard special one is.
Okay.
Because the zombie guard one is overdrive. I forget what the shield agent guard special one is.
Escorted bystanders.
Escorted bystanders probably too. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
So I'm going to activate Colossus next.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Colossus now.
Okay.
And I can't put his hunger up because he's already ravenous. And he is going to devour in that zone. So 4 dice for his hunger, 1 dice for devour. Hits on 4s.
Yes, you got 1.
Awesome. So now that Colossus's hunger is back down to 0, I'm going to use his Boulevard Trask that he devoured his ability. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to allow one other zombie hero within range 2 to perform one action, then resume your turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to increase it to 1, and I'm going to give Mystique a turn.
Okay. So Mystique then, does it say, what does it do? It gives them
an action.
An action? Okay, so they're not acting because once you activate, you do the hunger. I'm just giving it an action.
Yeah.
So she's still at 3 hunger?
Yeah.
How many guys are there? I can always devour on the way. I'm debating if I should devour or I should just attack, because then I get more dice to help you guys out. I'm going to attack. Okay. So then if I do go into Ravenous, oh no, I'll devour, because if I Ravenous at the end of my action, then I could be taking a wound.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try to devour then.
Okay.
So 3 dice plus 1 because of devour, hitting on 4s. I got one. Nice. And hunger will go down to 0.
So Colossus is going to attack with Pummeling Fists, which is 2 dice for Pummeling Fists and 1 dice for his hunger. So and he hits on 3s.
Hunger goes up, and you get 2 more.
So for his 3rd activation, we're going to do that again. But add another dice.
2 for hunger and
2 for Pummeling Fists.
Okay. Hits on 3s?
Yes.
Got 2 more and hunger goes up.
For his last action, Colossus is going to devour. Got it. So last I have Nightcrawler. His hunger goes up to 3.
So let's move that wall out of the way so now we can see Nightcrawler.
So I'm going to increase Nightcrawler's hunger by 1 to teleport into the zone with Colossus and everybody. That does make him ravenous, but because he didn't start as ravenous, he can still do it. So he's going to pop in here. Nightcrawler's going to devour. 4 dice for his hunger and 1 dice for devour. Hits on 4s. Got it. So for what would now be his 2nd action, Nightcrawler's going to move here. And then he's going to use Striker's ability, which is once during your turn, you may increase hunger to select a zone within range 1, move any bystanders and zombie heroes from that zone into your zone.
So you can shift everyone into your zone. That's good.
Yeah, so he's going to put his hunger up to 1, and he's going to move everybody into the zone with him.
That's in the elevator.
Yes.
Cool.
So for his 3rd action, he's going to move here. For his last action, he's going to get a zombie trait. Hunger Sprint. Discard when moving, increase hunger by any amount to move that many additional zones. Cool. He's done.
So that goes over to my team?
Yep.
I'm going to activate Mystique first. Her hunger goes up to 1. Once during your turn, I can may increase hunger to perform 1 free move action.
Okay.
So I'm going to increase my hunger to do a free move action into the zone where Nightcrawler is. From Amanda Swifton. For her first action, I'm going to do adaptive weapons, because it's 0 to 1, to the zone where the specialists are.
Cool.
So that's 2 dice because hunger and 3 dice because of adaptive weapons. So 5 dice hitting on 4s. I got 1 and hunger goes up. I'm going to do that again, but now I get 6 dice because my hunger went up. Hitting on 4s.
Nope.
Nothing, but my hunger goes up, so now I'm ravenous. For her 3rd action, I'm going to move into the zone where the specialists are. And for my last action, I'm going to try to devour one of those specialists.
Okay.
So 4 dice plus 1 because devour, hitting on a 4. Got one of them, because she can only kill 1 at a time with devour. And at the end of her turn, I'm going to do her Bull ability, that if there are if there's no enemies, you can't do it. Okay, I thought there has to be, so she can't. That's okay, I'll just get rid of one of them. There can't be anyone in her zone if she wants to do her shapeshift ability.
Okay.
So she's done. I'm going to activate Cyclops.
Okay.
His hunger goes up to 1. His first action, he's going to move into the zone with Nightcrawler. His second action, I'm going to try to Optic Blast that specialist where Mystique is.
Okay.
So it's 2 dice for Optic Blast and 1 for Hunger. Hitting on 3. Hunger goes up and I get it. So now that I'm in orange, it's once during your turn after attacking with Optic Blast, you may perform 1 free Optic Blast attack on the same zone or zone adjacent to it, respecting the attack range. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so I can't target another one close to it or around or anything. It's range. Cool. So I can't activate that one yet.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, but we are spawning at orange now.
Okay.
For Cyclops' third thing, he's gonna open up that door in front of him.
Okay.
Let's move the tree so we can see. So there's only 1 spawn in that, so we'll spawn for that one. And we are orange, so 4 specialists. Now I'm going to use Taunt. Discard during your turn. Select 1 zone within range 2. So that is within range 2.
Yep.
All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move to your zone. So it is in range 2, but I can only see into the first zone. So I can't actually see into that zone. It's not a street zone.
Okay.
I think. So I can't use that actually now that I think of it. So I still have 1 more activation.
Yeah.
So for his last thing, then he's going to take a zombie trait.
All right. Quick Bite. Discard during your turn. Perform 1 free Devour attack.
Okay. So Cyclops is done. I'm going to do Beast now. So his hunger goes up. It's at 1. He's going to spend 2 actions to go where Mystique is. And he has 4 actions, but I'm going to do his blue ability to give Mystique a zombie trait.
Okay. Submit to hunger. Discard during your turn. Increase hunger by any amount. Ignore Ravenous this turn.
Cool. He has 2 actions left, but he doesn't have range or anything, so he's going to be done.
Okay.
And that's my team. So we'll do the zombie moving on the top floor. Not the zombie, their face is going to go.
All right.
Gwen Stacy's going to move towards an exit. And then we'll do spawning. So we got a lot of specialists in there now.
Yep.
Stacy's moving towards the exit. And then we'll do spawning. So the red and the blue zone. Red. We are in orange, so 4 guard rush. We have enough.
Yes.
Okay. So from the blue.
8 Trooper Rush.
We have enough.
We're good.
Okay. And then the zone where Mystique and Beast are. Superhero. Lucky I didn't want another rush because that would have sucked. That's why I moved Beast over there to absorb some wounds.
Yeah.
But what superhero is going to be there? Oh, no.
Dark Phoenix. Each time she is eliminated, spawn her on the first spawn point during the next end phase.
So the first one's like, down on the bottom floor. That's going to suck.
That's like, what's his name? Actual Cannibal from 2.0?
Yeah, you have to roll off to see if he comes back.
All right, okay.
So we'll put those on the board and it will be my turn. So Phoenix showed up too, so if we kill her, she's going to show up back at number 1 down there.
Right. Getting out a bit of a pain.
And that's everything. So then it was going to be my turn. So Cyclops is going to go. Hunger goes up to 3. And I am going to do his blue ability. When attacking with Optics Blast, you may increase hunger to gain +1 range and ignore target priority.
Okay.
It does push him into Ravenous, but he wasn't Ravenous before he did it.
Okay.
So I'm going to target the zone where Phoenix is.
Okay.
I just did that because I don't want to target her. I want to target the specialist.
Okay.
I have extra range, but I just want to kill those specialists instead.
All right.
So 4 dice plus 2 because of Optic Blast. Hitting on a 3. One, two, three, 4. Huh. So the free specialists are gone. That would have to got Phoenix too.
Yeah.
So free specialists are gone, and one would go to Phoenix, which doesn't obviously kill her, but the specialists are gone. For a second action, I'm going to devour into the zone he's in.
Okay.
So it's 4 dice plus 1 for devour.
It's on 4.
Nice. Unfortunately, that's 2. He would have killed Phoenix again there too.
Yeah.
But he only gets to kill 1, and his hunger goes down to 0. So because of his orange ability, he could have attacked again with Optic Wave, but because he was ravenous when he pushed into it, he can't activate his abilities once he's ravenous.
Right.
So he wasn't able to shoot again. For third activation, I'm going to attack that zone again with Optic Blast.
Okay.
So it's 2 dice hitting on a 3. I get 2 more. So now I can do his Optic Wave. Once during your turn after attacking with Optic Blast, you may perform 1 Optic Blast attack on the same zone or zone adjacent to it, respecting the zone's attack, which he still has it. So I'm going to attack that same zone, 2 dice with freeze. This is for free too. And I get him. So I'm going to do Taunt, and I'm going to taunt Dark Phoenix into my zone. So she activates, and then all enemies in that zone activate, attempt to move to your zone. So she's going to spend 1 action to move into my zone. She has 1 action left because she gets 2 because she's a hero.
Right.
She's going to hit that zone. So kind of activating the runner, right?
Yes.
So because she taunted her, Cyclops will take the wound.
Okay.
I want to push them off you and off Beast and Mystique, because then you guys can move away from those guys from the elevator.
Yep.
Okay. So she's in our zone now, and Cyclops took a wound. Cyclops has 1 more activation. I'm just going to forego it, because I don't have enough dice to attack her or hurt her at all.
Okay.
So he's done. So Beast is going to go. His hunger's at 2. He's going to spend an action to move into the zone with Dark Phoenix and everybody. And he's going to try to get Dark Phoenix. So he gets 2 dice because of hunger and 2 for Colossus Flight, hitting on freeze. So these all have to hit. No, only 2 did.
Okay, but no hunger though.
So for third activation, he's going to do that again. Yeah, hunger goes up by 2. So now I'm going to do resist hunger. Discard during your turn, decrease hunger by 1. So it goes down to 3. For his last action, I'm going to try to attack her again. This time with 5 dice, hitting on a 4.
Boo. Close though.
Nope. Oh, no. Hunger goes up though. Okay. So Beast is done. So I'm going to activate Mystique. Hunger goes up to 1. And then I'm going to use Amanda Swiftens. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to perform 1 move action ignoring enemies.
Cool. So
Mystique's going to move into Dark Phoenix's zone. So I'm going to discard Submit to Hunger. Discard during your turn, increase hunger by any amount, ignore Ravenous's turn. So I'm going to go up to 4. And now I can attack normally because I ignore Ravenous.
All right.
So for a first action, I'm going to attack the zone with Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
So it's 4 dice because she has 4 hunger, and 3 dice because adaptive weapons. Hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, she super got her. Good. So Mystique got Dark Phoenix, and her toughness was at 4, so I get 4 XP.
Yeah.
But then she goes back on the first spawner.
All right.
So Dark Phoenix comes back in the end phase, and she'll come back on spawn point 1.
Right.
So for Mystique's second action, she's going to move into the first zone into the side. Okay. Now we got to roll to see if guards show up. So on a 3+.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, is it under 3 or 3+? Let's check the rules again. So yeah, it's on a 3+, and they would have spawned in those zones, but we rolled a 1 both times.
Yeah.
So no guards show up.
That's good.
So it'd be funny if Mystique actually gets Kelly, because that kind of fits the story too.
Yeah.
So for her third action, she's going to move into the hallway where the dorms are. So I got 1 more action left. So the top dorm room where the ice is, or that one? Which one do you think we should open?
Let's do the closest one by the cherry blossom. Let's see who it is. Yay!
Ah, that's Senator Kelly. Okay, so what does he actually do?
Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to select one zone within range 2. Activate all enemies in that zone. They try to reach your zone by any means available.
So that's similar to the other ones we got. Taunt, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll get Kelly. So that's my team, so it's over to you.
Yeah. And I'm going to activate Nightcrawler first. So his hunger is going to go up to 2. And then I'm going to use his blue ability. So I'm going to put his hunger up to 3 to teleport to where Mystique is.
Nice.
So I'm going to increase his hunger one more time. So he would end up going into Ravenous to use Striker's ability. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystanders and zombie heroes from that zone into your zone. So I'm going to use that to move Kelly into my zone. And then I'm going to try to devour Kelly.
Okay, so Devour would be your first action.
Yes.
Put it in there now, and you got 5 dice. Hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Got it.
Awesome.
So now that we devoured Kelly, everybody gets 5 XP, and you can determine if you're going to keep Kelly for the ability or if you want
to keep Striker?
Yeah. So let's give everyone 5 XP first. That's funny. Mystique thought she was going to get Kelly, and Nightcrawler showed up and got him instead.
Yep, popped in.
So you're not going to keep Kelly's for the ability. You're going to keep Striker?
No, I'm going to keep Strikers just in case.
Okay.
I like having the movement ability if needed. So Nightcrawler's going to use his other 3 activations to come back with everybody by where Beast and everybody are.
Yeah, because we got to get to the exit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Rogue, and her hunger goes up to 3, and she's going to move over with Nightcrawler and Colossus. So 1, 2,
3 actions. 3. You got 1 more.
And she's going to get a zombie trait.
Okay. Let's see if you want to keep this one.
Discard during your turn, perform 1 free devour attack.
You got lunge and
insatiable. I'm going to keep what I have.
Okay. Now Colossus.
Yeah. So his hunger goes up to 1. And
what does his bystander do?
Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to allow one other zombie hero within range 2 to perform 1 action, then resume your turn. Now,
you could give that to Beast or Colossus just to push us into that zone. Give us.
Yeah, because I can't. I'd have to move to get anywhere near Mystique, right? So,
yeah. Okay. You want to do that?
I'm going to increase my hunger to 2 to give.
Give it to Cyclops, because then on his turn he can shoot his blast maybe.
Yes, so I'm going to give it to Cyclops.
Okay. Cyclops is also at 31 right now, so he's getting close to red.
Woo.
And Mystique is going to have to catch up.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
And we have to escape with all heroes, right? Is that what it says?
Let me double check. So there's not a whole lot Colossus can do because he doesn't have range. So I'm going to pull a zombie trait.
Okay.
Gorge. Discard after devouring a guard or superhero. Heal 1 of your wounds.
Oh, he already has a wound on him too, right?
Yeah, so that's cool.
How did he get it? Was he Ravenous or something?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because Cyclops got one from Dark Phoenix, and then you were Ravenous.
Yeah,
okay.
from Ravenous. But there's not really a whole lot else he can do because we're going to kind of wait. We got to wait for Mystique and
clear up this elevator.
So he's just going to be done.
Okay. So then it'll be moving. So the only zone, Glenn Stacy will move towards the exit. Closest one. And then these guys are going to move into that elevator. So that's going to be a little cramped.
Yeah.
And then we'll do spawning. Little stuff moved up. Then we'll do spawning. So the red and blue spawner. Red.
8.
Yep, because we have enough. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Blue.
5.
Okay, and we have enough. And then on the other side, red.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what superhero? It's going to be staring at Beast. Oh, no. He's tough.
His attacks wound all zombie heroes in his zone, as well as in all zones with zombie heroes adjacent to it, and all zones with zombie heroes adjacent to those zones.
You can chain lightning in the line if people are lined up.
Oh, crap.
Yep.
This isn't going to be good. Okay.
So we'll put those on the map. So that's everything spawned. And trying to get through that elevator is going to be tough.
Yeah.
And you get to go first.
So I'm going to activate Colossus. His hunger goes up to 3. He's going to move 1, 2 over here. And then he's going to increase his hunger by 1 to use Trask's ability. which is once during your turn you may increase hunger to allow one other zombie hero within range 2 to perform one action. Then resume your turn.
So we're trying to bring Mystique back with us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Mystique will come into your zone. You are ravenous, but we're going to grab Mystique.
And then he'll move for his last 2 activations. He'll go actions, 1, 2, back here.
And he's done?
Yeah.
And at the end of his turn?
He'll take a wound because he's ravenous. So he's at 3. So I'm going to activate Rogue next. Her hunger goes up to 4. She's going to move into the zone, into the elevator.
So she's ravenous now?
Yes. And then she's going to go in the elevator for her first action. For her second action, she's going to devour.
Okay. And there is guards in there, so the guards would be the target. But with your blue ability?
All enemies suffer -1 toughness to a minimum of 1. And I can't.
Does it say specific attacks, or that's all it just says?
It says against your attacks.
Okay, so devour is an attack.
Yep. 5 dice hits on 4s.
So you got and you only get to devour 1 guard, right? You're not like Hulk or anything that can.
No, it's only 1.
Okay.
For her third activation, she's going to attack with mighty punches. The guards are still down to toughness 1, so she can attack with 2 dice. Hits on 3s.
You got 2 guards, nice.
So for her last action, she's going to attack again. 2 dice, hits on 3s. Cool, 2 more.
So that pushed you to orange?
It did.
What's her orange ability?
It's kind of cool. It's called Absorb Abilities. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to copy any attack, unlocked skill, or bystander ability of any other zombie hero within range 1 until the end of the round.
End of the round. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think we triggered that with Rogue when we used her before either.
No, I don't think we did.
Cool.
But that's very cool.
But she's done now though, right?
Yeah, she is. So I activated Nightcrawler. His hunger goes up to 1. He's going to move into the zone with Rogue, into the elevator. So just... He can balance. He teleports. He can balance. So I'm going to use Striker's ability. So I'm going to increase his hunger up to 2. And I'm going to move Colossus and Cyclops into the zone, into the elevator with us.
Okay.
So now that he's done that, for his second action, he's going to attack in that zone. So 3 dice for acrobatics, 2 for his hunger, and it hits on 4s.
And is there any more guards left in there, or did you get them all?
Nope. Rogue got them all.
Okay, so got 3. Nice. So Nightcrawler's in orange now. What does that do?
He is. So it's called Surprise. Immediately after using Banff, which is the name of his blue ability, you may select 1 bystander or enemy in your zone and perform 1 free attack against them.
Cool.
So they would combo then off of each other.
Yep.
So he's got 2 more actions. So he's going to attack again in that zone.
Okay.
So 3 dice for acrobatics, 2 dice for his hunger, hits on 4s.
No hunger. Nice. And you got 3 more.
So Nightcrawler's going to forego his last action because I'm going to leave that 1 trooper there for you guys to devour. Whoever gets in there, either Mystique or Beast, need it. So either way. And so my team's done.
So Beast is going to go. His hunger goes up to 4, so he's ravenous. So he's going to spend 2 actions to go into the elevator. And for his third action, he's going to try to devour that trooper. So 5 dice, hit it on a 4. He got it. Should have done it before I moved. I could have gave a zombie trait to Mystique because he was close to him. But I'm just going to give it to himself. So I'm going to take a zombie trait for his blue ability.
Frenzy. Discard during your turn and increase hunger. Perform 1 free attack action.
Cool. And I don't want to bring the elevator down without Mystique, so he's just going to forgo his last action.
Okay.
So Mystique's going to spend... She's at Ravenous now, so she can't go anymore with her hunger, but she's going to spend 3 actions to go into the elevator. And because she's Ravenous, like I said before, you can't call the elevator or bring it down. So she's done her turn. I couldn't use Amanda Swifton because I couldn't use her ability when you're Ravenous.
Right.
So she takes a wound at the end of her turn, so she's at 4.
Okay.
Cyclops is going to go. His hunger's at 1 now. His first action is going to bring the elevator down. So now this zone all up here, and Electro won't activate because nobody's left up here. But Glenn Stacy, because she's revealed, will get removed from the board. We don't suffer the hero one that if we lose a bystander that we lose a trait and power.
Right.
So that doesn't matter to us. It'd be funny if there was a downside for zombies if they lose a bystander, kind of like heroes.
Yeah.
So we'll go down to the next floor. So at the end of the last phase, she should have showed up, Dark Phoenix, so she's there right now.
Right.
And now we're down here. I got 3 actions left with Cyclops. So 2 more actions. He went out over to this door now. I don't want to open those doors because we don't want them flooding in.
Yes.
So they'll have to come around. We have to escape with no one on that escape zone too, so that's going to be rough.
Yeah.
I got 1 more action. I'm going to get a zombie trait. Oh, that might help.
Taunt. Discard during your turn. Select 1 zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move towards your zone.
Cool. So that's everybody. So the bottom floor is just going to activate and then spawn. The top floor doesn't move.
All right.
So everything moved up. So we're going to do spawning. Red and blue. Because no, that's the upstairs one. So this one's the first one. Red and green.
Yeah. 8 Trooper Rush.
Yeah, we have enough.
Yep.
Okay. Then go from green. Airdrop. Okay. We have enough specialists.
Oh, yeah.
We have 6.
2, 4, 6. Yep.
Okay. And then the last spawn. Superhero. So what superhero is going to be right by the exit too? It's going to make it tough when we leave. Oh, Iceman. What does he do?
Zombie heroes within range 1 must spend 1 extra action to perform a move action.
Of course. Okay. So we'll put them on the map, and then it will be my turn.
Yep.
That's the map. It's crowded.
Very much.
And we got to try to get to that exit with 2 superheroes guarding it.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough. So it will be my turn first. So I'm going to activate Cyclops.
Okay.
His hunger's at 2 now. I'm going to use Taunt. Discard during your turn. Select 1 zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to go into your zone. So I'm going to taunt that zone, and they're going to move into our zone, into Cyclops' zone. For his first action, I'm going to do Optic Blast in that zone. So 2 dice plus 2 for hunger, hitting on freeze. I kill 1 guard, and there's 1 left over. Because of his orange ability, I get to do that again. Because once during your turn after attacking with Optic Blast, you may perform 1 free Optic Blast attack on the same zone or a zone adjacent to it, respecting the attack range. Okay, so same dice. 4, hitting on freeze. I kill 1 more guard. Because it's a separate attack, the extra one wouldn't be carried over to both ones, so
Right.
I can't kill an extra guard. And then my hunger goes up. For a second action, I'm going to do that again, but I get an extra dice, so 5 dice hitting on freeze. Nice. 2. I get 2 guards. Nice. Because he's not an orange, he gets to do that for free again because of Optic Wave, so 5 dice. I'm going to target that same zone. No hunger. Hitting on freeze.
So 3.
Troopers. So for a third activation, I'm going to try to laser those guys.
Okay. So same.
2 dice for Optic Blast, free for... Yep. Hitting on freeze. There's a hunger, but I got the last 2, Specialist and Trooper. So I'm going to do Quick Bite now. So I get to discard during your turn, perform 1 free Devour attack.
Awesome.
So 5 dice. I'm going to try to Devour Fisk. Got her. And she doesn't give me any XP, but I'll get her card. So when you devour her, you don't reduce it right away, your hunger. You can decide to discard the card and then reduce it.
Okay.
I'm going to discard the card now and reduce it to 0.
Okay.
So for its last action, we're trying to get to that exit. Well, it's going to go forward.
Okay.
I'm going to activate Mystique. She is ravenous, so her hunger can't go up.
All right.
And she's going to perform a devour attack in that zone.
Cool.
Trying to get a specialist. So 5 dice. And I got one. So I'm going to use Amanda Swifton's ability. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to perform one move action, ignoring enemies.
Cool.
So I'm going to do that. Hunger's at 1, and she's going to go out to where the fireplace is. For her second and third action, she's going to go where Colossus is.
You mean Cyclops?
Yeah, Cyclops. So now I'm going to use her orange ability, Illusion of Safety. Once during your turn, you can select one bystander or enemy within range 2 and move them into your zone. Then perform one free devour attack, targeting them.
Cool.
So I'm going to move a guard because I don't have enough dice to get Dark Phoenix. And I do a free devour attack against them. It's 2 dice. I got to get 2 4s, but bring someone into my zone. 2 4s would be great. Nope. But that's done. So for her last action, I'm going to attack that guard. And it's 4 dice, because one is from hunger, hitting on 4s. There we go. And I get rid of the guard. So that's Mystique. Now I got Beast. So I'm going to activate Beast. I'm going to increase his hunger. Now it's at 2. And I'm going to do Frenzied. Discard during your turn and increase hunger. That's why he's at 2 now.
All right.
And perform one free attack action. So I'm going to attack that zone. So it's 4 dice hitting on 3s. And I got free specialist. Nice. I'm going to do his blue ability now and get a zombie trait for free.
Feast. Discard when performing a devour attack. This attack may eliminate more than one enemy. Target priority applies.
Good. He is in orange now, so before attacking with Crosslight, you may discard one zombie trait to roll +2 dice. When attacking with Crosslight, for each roll of 6, roll 1 plus die. These dice may generate additional dice, so it's like Wolverine's one. And you can get more dice if he gets rid of a zombie trait. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So for his second activation, I'm not going to discard a zombie trait to get +2 dice, but I still get on a roll of 6, I gain other dice too.
All right.
So I get 2 dice because hunger and 2 for Colossus Flight. Hitting on the free. Any 6s generate another dice. So I kill the specialist and I gain 1 hunger. For his last 2 actions, he moved over to the zone and Beast is done. So now it's over to your team.
So I activated Colossus. He is already ravenous, so he can't do anything other than move and devour. And in the position we're in right now, he can't really do that. So he just moved up here with Mystique and Cyclops, and then he's done. And he took a wound for being ravenous.
So he's at 2 now?
Yep.
Okay.
So I activated Rogue. She moved over where the rest of the group is. And for her last action, she's going to get a zombie trait.
Okay.
Opportunist. Discard before attacking and increase hunger. Add +1 to dice results for this attack.
Ooh.
Because of where we are, maybe I don't need lunge anymore.
No.
I'm going to drop lunge and keep this one.
Okay.
So Rogue is done.
So Nightcrawler moved over here.
Yeah. And so I'm going to discard resist hunger, which is discard during your turn, decrease hunger by 1. So his hunger is going to go back to 2. But then I'm going to use Striker's ability and put it back up to 3. So a zombie hero within range 1, I can move them into my zone. So I'm going to move Beast.
Nice. So we're all together trying to get to that exit?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's my team.
So you'll go first, but we'll have to do the moving first. Upstairs doesn't activate.
Thankfully, because Electro's a little scary.
Yeah. But then we got to activate them and then do spawning.
Yeah.
We move that zone first. The guards moved in. Dark Phoenix moved in. And she has 1 more activation, so she's going to target us. And Colossus is going to absorb it because of its blue ability.
Yeah, his toughest steel. Once during each enemy phase, you may ignore 1 wound you would receive.
Okay.
So we're going to ignore it.
Okay. Then we'll move these over and then do spawning.
Yep.
So Iceman moved in there too. But he didn't hit us because he needed 2 to get to us.
Yes.
So now we'll spawn. So from number 1.
4 guards. What we got? Yep,
Okay.
we got him.
Green.
Escorted bystander.
We're not an orange. So 3 guards. Do we still have enough?
So we need 4 and then 1, 2, 3. Yep.
Okay. What bystander is coming with them?
Callisto. When attacking, you may ignore target priority.
That would come in handy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last red spawn over by the exit.
3 specialists.
Okay. So we'll put that on the map and then you'll go. Well, that's everything spawned. So we've got to see how we can get out of here and get to that exit.
I'm going to activate Rogue. Her hunger goes up to 2. And then I'm going to use Shanna's ability. For when performing a melee attack, you may increase hunger to have all enemies suffer -1 toughness. So her hunger is now at 3. And that suffers everyone -1 toughness. So she's going to attack with Mighty Punches. 2 dice for Mighty Punches. 3 dice for her hunger. Do I have to declare which superhero I want to hit?
No, you just roll the attack and it goes by target priority.
Okay.
So target priority right now is heroes, then guards, then troopers and specialists.
Yeah.
So even if you don't make enough to kill Phoenix, you can still give it to Iceman.
Yes.
Unless you're playing hard mode and say you have to delegate who, but it's target priority. So priority is superheroes right now.
Well, and now because of the -2.
Iceman is at 1 and Phoenix is at 2.
Yeah.
So, and then what is your cards too?
Discard before attacking and increase hunger. Add +1 to dice results for this attack. Discard after attacking and increase hunger. Reroll any dice.
Okay. Because you're increasing it before you become ravenous. You might be able to do that one. Okay. So.
It's 5 dice. Hitting on 3s.
Oh, you hit on 3s?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is you got 2. What is a card about re-rolling dice? What's it say?
Discard after attacking and increase hunger. Reroll any dice.
Okay, so you can increase hunger to become ravenous. You weren't ravenous before you did it, and then you can re-roll those 3 dice if you want.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
Because you weren't ravenous when you used the card.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Rogue's going to go into Ravenous. We're going to discard that card, and we're going to re-roll these 3.
There you. Okay, so actually that's even better because you need how many to kill?
Because Phoenix is 4.
And she's -2.
Yeah, so now she's 2. And then Iceman is regularly 3, so now
He's 1.
So
those killed the heroes, and you killed 2 guards. So you killed 2 superheroes and 2 guards with 1 attack.
That's awesome.
I think that's the best so far.
Yep.
But you're only going to get 1 XP for Iceman and 2 for Phoenix because you lowered them.
Yeah.
Plus that, so how much XP are you getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP.
Yeah. So that was her first action, and now she's ravenous. So for her next action, Rogue's going to move into this zone, and then she's going to devour. So 4 dice for devour, 4 dice for hunger, 1 dice for devour, hits on 4s. That'll do. So I'm going to use Rogue's orange ability. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to copy any attack, unlock skill, or bystander ability of any other zombie hero within range 1 until the end of the round. So I'm going to increase my hunger by 1 to 1 and use Striker's ability. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystanders and zombie heroes from that zone into your zone, and I'm going to use it to pull everybody into the zone with me.
Yeah, so that works.
Yeah.
Because Nightcrawler has it, so he's 1 away. So you can do that.
Yes. So for her last action, Rogue is going to attack with Mighty Punches in that zone. So 2 for Mighty Punches, 1 for her hunger, and she hits on 3s.
2 more, nice. So unfortunately, at the end of the turn, there's still people there, so she doesn't get to escape.
Yes.
Okay.
To activate Colossus. He's already ravenous, so his hunger's at 4. He's going to devour in that zone. So 4 dice for hunger, 1 dice for devour, and hits on 4s.
You got 1.
Second action, Colossus is going to attack again in that zone. 2 dice for pummeling fists, and he hits on 3s. That works.
You did hit orange with him now? What's his orange ability?
It's called Charge. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to move up to 2 zones, ignoring enemies, then perform 1 free pummeling fist attack in your zone.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So he's done 2 things so far. His next thing, he's going to attack again. So 2 more dice, hits on 3s.
2 more.
So for Colossus has Boulevard Trask. He can increase his hunger by 1 to give somebody another action.
Okay, so you're gonna.
So we're gonna do that.
And who we're gonna give? We'll give the action to Beast, because Beast can get probably the most attacks if we're lucky.
Okay.
Beast gets 3 attacks because of hunger and 2 for call swipe, and he's gonna try to attack that zone. No 6s, so I don't. Oh, discard? No. When attacking with call swipe for each roll 6. Nope. But hits on freeze, so 1, 2, 3 of those troopers are dead.
So for Colossus's last action, he's going to attack that last trooper. So 1 dice for his hunger, 2 dice for pummeling fist, hits on 3s. Hunger goes up by 1, but he got it.
And now no one's in there, so at the end of his turn, he can escape.
Yep. So he's done. So Nightcrawler is ravenous, but he's just going to go off.
Because it doesn't say anything about not leaving if you're ravenous?
Right.
Okay.
So he's gone. So that's my team.
Okay. I'm going to activate Cyclops. Hunger goes up to 1. I am going to attack the zone with those 3 specialists. So I need to kill those 3 specialists so I can get Undead Leader. So I can hopefully get Rogue off the board too.
All right.
So Hunger's at 1. He gets 2 dice because of Optic Blast. And 1 dice because of Hunger. Hits on freeze. Nice, got all 3 of them. So he gets free XP. So now that I'm in red, once during your turn, you may have 1 other zombie hero within range 2 perform 1 free action, then resume your turn. So I'm going to give it to Rogue. She can do whatever she wants for her turn, and at the end of her turn, there's no zombies in there. You can get off the board.
Yep. So she's going to do that.
Okay.
Let's go.
Cyclops still has free activations. If I really want to, I can beam that zone, but I'm not going to. And at the end of the phase, Dark Phoenix would come back, so she's not there yet.
Right.
So Cyclops is gone. He's going to escape. And I'm going to do the same thing with Mystique and Beast on their turn too. Beef would have been ravenous, so he would have been took 1 damage, so he would have went down to 4.
All right.
And Mystique would have been at hunger 2. So we beat it.
Yeah.
So that was a long, tough one too. Trying to at that end there, trying to get it from having those free zones there.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's right next to the exit.
Yeah, because of the weird shape of it too. It makes it tricky and where they put the spawners and stuff.
Yeah, you have to watch. Sync it helped that we didn't open those doors, because if they could have flooded in to get us, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Same when we went up here, not opening those doors up there, keeping them locked in there so they couldn't have hoarded us that way.
Yeah, I think
Helped.
that's one thing that we've learned over this and 2.0, to maybe not open every single door,
Yeah.
because it helps keeping stuff in a certain zone. So that was fun. We hope you liked watching the game as much as we like playing it. Thanks for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
See ya.